And hello, everyone. This is Daniel with the Legacy of Daniel podcast. And today you are listening to the Paper and Pencil Show. And this is a bit of a fun show where we're going to talk all about writing. And really, the goal is to encourage individuals to really uh, take up that pen and get writing on paper more. I think writing is a beautiful thing. It is a wonderful way to not only express yourself, it's a wonderful form of therapy, but also a wonderful way to begin cultivating an identity, purpose, and meaning in life. It is something that you can always do, and it's something that even could potentially be financially rewarding in the future. And it's also something that can provide employment. It can also be an avenue to education opportunities. It can also be a way to just simply maybe publish a book someday. You don't need to be the best writer. You don't have to have a lot of money. All you need is a paper, pencil, or a pen, and you're an author. You may not be a professional or a published author, but you're an author in your own little world, cultivating your own unique writing style, habits, and cultivating an identity through all that. So let's get started. Um, Today, in this topic, I have my journal before me, and um, writing doesn't always have to be so two-dimensional. And oftentimes we just think of a story has to be so many pages long. It has to have all these characters. It has to have meaning, purpose, a plot, and there's all this effort into making, telling people that the story has to have all these things in it. But really, what a story is just a combination of words that someone, for whatever meaning or purpose, decided to put on a piece of paper. And those words, however written, gave the author at that time maybe some enjoyment, maybe purpose, or maybe trying to express something, a message, in their own unique way for others to hear, listen to read, or to maybe discover through their own journey in life. So, so here, I guess what I mean in an effort to keep it from being two-dimensional is be an enlightened and a a writer who has made observations in the world, and that is really what we want to do. And don't think that you have to have these complicated stories, especially if you're young and you're just getting into writing a book, journalism, or whatever it may be, just writing for fun. Have a single piece of paper in front of you. Get your pencil, get your pen, maybe get a couple different colors, and just wait for something to come to your mind, a topic, and write it down, and then begin writing on it. We we spend too much time, I think, um, learning, and not enough time observing the world around us so that we can become enlightened through our own little passage of time, our own little time bubble. And so when we start focusing too much on the observable world through the eyes of other people and how they're telling us it is working or telling us how we should do things, we kind of begin to lose a little bit of ourselves. We lose a little bit of our own enlightenment, and we begin to lose a little bit of our own observable world through our own eyes and through the passage of time that we kind of move through. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't listen to others. No, we definitely should be inclusive to all sorts of information, knowledge. You never know what kind of crumbs you can pick up, and what topics or what understanding, what enlightenment may lead you to. So be inclusive to all, all words. It's very important, but don't do it at the expense of your own observable world. Don't do it at the expense of the enlightenment that you can gain through your own understanding as you kind of walk through the world and observe it in your own little time bubble. Because that is how you're ultimately going to be able to very clearly um, put words down on paper that you truly understand and know. And the more you know the words that you're putting down, the better of a story you're going to be able to put out. And the better of a story, you'll have more meaning and purpose behind it, and people will be able to take part in it. And the more people can take part in a story, they can better understand, is this story something that will make my life more beautiful? Is this story teaching me something? Or is it not teaching me anything? Or is this story not really making my life more beautiful? And maybe I should just continue reading to get through it. But ultimately, it's maybe a good story, but it didn't make my life more beautiful in these various aspects. But I'm going to uh, continue to finish it, and then I'll just move on to the next my next project, my next reading, or whatever it may be. And that is kind of how we need to go forward in this journey. There are too many barriers being erected in society onto the minds of young people, and they need to be brought down through enlightenment. And we need to be encouraged, yes, to um, the older, professionals or whoever they may be, educators, encouraged to cultivate an environment where, yes, children, young adults want to learn and they want to be able to observe the world around them and also observe the world through the words of others who are speaking to them in whatever manner they may be speaking. But we also need to make sure that we're doing it in a way that is not uh, that's how do I explain this? Like I said before, it is not teaching or showing the kids that they have to give up their own little identity, um, their own time bubble, time capsule that they are in, that allows them to understand the world that they're in at that time through their own passage, through their own journey, through their creativity, and it is that will help them cultivate um, hopefully some creativity that can be put down onto paper. And when they begin expressing this observable world through their own, that they're observing through their own eyes, that they can become enlightened and begin sharing their own story. So I guess in this show, what I'm just trying to say is, yes, listen to others and be inclusive to all words, but don't let it suck you out of your own time capsule. Don't think that you have to go out and learn something, um, because then basically what you're saying is that you have no meaning and no purpose, and you have to go find it. If you are living and you are a being here on this planet, then you already have purpose. You already have meaning. You don't need to go find it, and you don't need to go acquire wisdom. Yes, it's a good thing to go out and do it. It's a good thing to be inclusive and learn, live off all the words that you can, ideas, ideologies, so that you can kind of chisel away at your own. But don't give up what you have. Your observable world is yours through your own little time capsule. And if you want to write and be a writer, a good author, or even a journalist, or whatever it may be, that is the most beautiful thing you can ask for, because that is yours. It is your own intellectual property. It's your own little creative bubble. It's something that no one else has, something else knows, and no one else has the keys to. And you could slowly, just word by word, throw stories together and just almost in a sense start building your own, almost like a video game, a code, a message out there in these books, however you want to consider it to be, and it becomes a beautiful thing. And then as you grow, you learn off others, and your stories grow. Those who partake in your stories grow with you. So it's a very writing can be a beautiful thing. And so today, just hopefully through this podcast. I know I may not be the best at expressing some of my opinions or ideas, but just get writing, be creative, and really be courageous in your writing. Be courageous in what's in your mind, and be courageous in that you have lived a beautiful life, and your life is beautiful enough for what you want to do, be, become, and um, you don't need to forsake your life to gain wisdom, knowledge, or understanding. It's all right before you. Just reach out and grab it, and it'll all be yours. Um, so that's it for today's show. Um, I will soon be publishing a journal for anyone that would be interested in taking part in this podcast. You can kind of tag along in a journal. It's a cheap journal on Amazon. It's gonna be $5, 60 pages, and it's going to encourage listeners to buy one so that you can kind of tag along and kind of begin your writing journey. And it'll be something that I guess we can all do together. But thank you for listening, and until next time.